What is it? Ah, yes. Welcome, welcome. You are who I was waiting for, yes. The most recent student to join us. Helvana had a lot to say about you. Most interesting. I am Sledrig, Archbard of the college. Ah, spare me your masters, professors, or any other such titles. I have no use for them. I've already had enough empty platitudes from students and colleagues to last 3 lifetimes. The only people who call me master either want something or do so because they know it annoys me. Like Helvana. You need only call me Sledrig. Archbard Sledrig, if you're feeling courteous. See that you do, and I'm sure we'll get along famously. Now, perhaps you're wondering why I asked you here. It is quite simple. You are a student of the Bards College, and I am a teacher, and so I intend to teach you. Heed my instructions, and you have my assurance. You will become the most stalwart bard to have ever stepped foot in Skyrim. Most would leap at the chance to receive personal tutelage from me and question my motives. But if you must have an answer, I haven't accepted a new apprentice in over a decade. Only those with the greatest promise are worth my time. I believe you to be such a student. One worthy of apprenticeship, and more. That she is? She is my apprentice, one of the few here able to fully appreciate what it is I can offer a receptive mind. But still, each student has their limits to what can be taught, and I fear she has reached hers. Yes, that is a fair question. There are many things you can learn about being a bard here at the college. Things like singing, the use of an instrument, the value of knowledge, the power of the spoken word. My official position here is Archbard of Songcraft, but that is just what I teach the other students. For you, I have something else in mind. What I offer to teach is mastery of your voice. Some dismiss such teachings. I'm glad you do not. This is good. But enough talk. The best way to learn is by doing. There is a gathering of bards soon meeting at the Winking Skeever. Helvana was to go by herself, but I think you should accompany her. Go there, make your face known to your peers, and assist Helvana in her duties. Yes, this will be a suitable first lesson. Good. When you're ready, speak to Helvana. She'll make the arrangements for your invitation to the gathering. Also, you may wish to visit Radiant Raiment, a clothing store. They may have something better suited for a bard to wear. Report back to me once you have been to the gathering and Helvana has completed her task. And some parting advice. Bards must always look beneath the surface of things. Try to keep an open mind. That is all.
I understand you accepted Master Sledric's offer to teach you. That's wonderful news. I suppose now that makes you his apprentice. Guess that makes two of us. But, if I might ask, did Sledric really say he'd teach you to improve your voice? Is that true? Fig. Yeah, that sounds about right. I try not to question Master Sledric or his lessons. They don't always make sense, but I do always learn something. As far as training your voice goes, I'm sure he'll explain when the time is right. So, is it true? He did offer to improve your voice? Wow, I wasn't sure. I mean, I didn't think Sledric would accept a new apprentice, let alone offer to teach them that kind of... Well, that is between you and our master. For the time being, I'll ask no more. So, ready to attend this gathering? Meet some fellow bards? Sounds like fun, don't you think? Although, you might want to dress up first. Where do I start? Have you ever seen a rooster strutting up and down a farmyard? Well, it's like that. Only instead of roosters, it's bards. And instead of crowing and fluttering their feathers at one another, they show off new songs, have heated debates, or just simply brag. If you want to fit in, I'd advise you show your confidence. Stand your ground, and maybe do a little feather fluttering of your own. You remember me telling you how I'm not really the kind of bard who does performances? Well, from beginning to end, gatherings like this are just one big performance. And I don't just mean the entertainment. Everyone is playing a caricature, trying to appear more or less, or completely different than what they really are. I find such things uncomfortable, the falseness of it all. But we're bards, and that's just what bards do, I guess. So, you ready? All right. Now, the idea of these gatherings is to meet other bards, share stories, new songs, or ideas, but mostly it's to make yourself known. So, once we're inside, you should try talking with the people there. Who knows, maybe you'll meet some friendly faces, or get some good advice. As for me, I need to meet with someone for matters of college business. But once you've had your fill of the gathering, come find me, and we can make our excuses to depart. Here's your invitation. Don't lose it. I'll see you inside the Winking Skeever.
Your invitation, please. Thank you, Mom. Go right in.
journey was not too taxing.
Seek ye food or song unending, fighting, drinking, fellowship and boasting. Find welcome here, and warm your soul. Sometimes I like to think my cooking is like playing the flute, or singing a song. Let's sate that appetite, hmm? You can eat an ingredient to learn one of its properties. However, they taste disgusting. Remember, the wayward minstrel can't afford to do free performances.
I represent the East Empire Trading Company. We're hoping to expand our local network.
I'm a bard, trained at the Bards College here in Solitude. Oh, I hope they'll serve the roast venison with bittergreen sauce that we had at the last party. There are words spoken and words unspoken. Then, the insults. Always good to see a fellow bard.
Poetry is so dull when it isn't set to music.
I hear your concerns, but it's not as bad as you think.
Music tames the most savage beasts, even Nords. Ugh. I suggest you learn more on your own. Always glad to talk to a bard.
Remember, being a bard isn't just about the music. A song. I seem to have misplaced my lute. Another time, perhaps. Can't do that. Sorry. Take care, friend.
You are new, yes? That's mighty bold strutting about like that. A word of advice, my friend. In a fight, make sure to pull your bow all the way back to get the most power out of your shot. Until our next meeting, if such is fated.
Forget about it. Best we just move along.
I'm not looking for conversation. I don't know who you think I am, and I don't care. No, there isn't, and I suggest you leave it at that. Leave me alone.
I'm a bard by trade. Perhaps you've heard of me. Always glad to talk to the bard who returned part of the poetic Edda. Keep low, tread lightly. Saved my life. You need to leave? All right.
I need to concentrate.
Oh, hey! I've almost finished with my business here. Are you done introducing yourself? All right. But before we go, there's a small matter we need to take care of. My task here was to acquire some artifacts for Master Sledric. A tablet and a piece of parchment. Only, the parchment's gone missing. Heron here tells me he had it when he arrived, but considering its value, he suspects someone at the gathering has stolen it. We don't need the missing parchment, but if we could find who took it, it would save us a lot of time and effort. Heron is an old friend of Professor Germain, actually. His area of study is ancient folklore. He was kind enough to pass along some of his recent findings. Well, that which isn't missing. From what I understand, The parchment is a cipher, which would make reading the tablet far easier. However, knowledge of this cipher would be valuable to many others as well, which is likely why it was stolen. Thank you. I'd appreciate your assistance. Now, we don't need to reclaim the parchment right here. Only find out who took it. Sledric can arrange its recovery in a more subtle manner. You've spoken to most, if not all, the people here. Tell me, did any of them seem suspicious to you? Like they might be a thief? Take your time. But if you talk to anyone besides me or Heron,
Can't you see I'm
don't
busy?
mention the parchment. I don't want to cause a scene.
What is it? You'd better have a good reason for disturbing me.
Oh no. I had no idea she was here. Anyone but her.
Helvana! I'd recognize that discordant voice anywhere.
Ooh,
dear?
pretty colors.
It's been too long.
Remember,
Still slumming
being a
at
bard
college
isn't just
of
about the
yours?
music.
Hello, Lolaya.
Can't do
I'd ask
that.
how you
Sorry.
are, but I don't really care. Now, if you'll
Take care,
excuse
friend.
me.
Still working on your social graces, I see. Worry not, dear. I'm sure you'll get there someday. Oh, it speaks, does it? Impressive feat for one with so much drool running down their chin. Huh. Who are you, anyway? Your mere presence is an offense. One that's doubled when you open your mouth.
Ugh, by Talos, now you've done it.
I will not stand for such churlishness. You hear me? Consider yourself challenged. A duel, here and now, if you've the gall. The terms? Why, the same terms as always. Has your college not taught you? Or are you simply stupid?
What she's challenging you to is a duel of wit. This isn't fair, Lolaya. She hasn't trained in the art of insult. Not all bards take such pleasure in hurling smears at each other, you know. In short, a wager is placed, then each bard takes turns to insult the other, and then attempt a retort. But the retorts must be clever and make sense, and usually they have some manner of wordplay or poetic meaning.
Oh, this will be fun.
You're as pig-headed as Sledric. Fine, but at least let me write down the rules for you.
Fine by me, but don't write any words that are too long. We wouldn't want your associate to strain their mind before the match had even begun.
Here, make sure you read the rules very carefully. You won't be able to read them again once the duel starts. You can do this! Or not. But hey, at least you're trying.
It isn't a duel of wits without a wager. How does 100 septum sound?
Make it 200, and I'll cover it. My friend may be the one dueling, but you've insulted me just as much.
Your play first, whelp. Let us pray your verses aren't as feeble as your presence. Write that insult yourself. Such big words. Your vocabulary is getting better. My words are like arrows, hitting their mark every time. Ah, it's my turn. Brace yourself. Your appearance is so dull, it would ruin even the liveliest gathering. Oh dear, that was quite painful to watch. Impress me, if you can. Oh, that's not, I'll weave a tapestry of insults so grand, it'll leave you speechless. You've all the charm of a hag raven, and half the beauty. Well, that was something, but I'm afraid it missed the mark entirely. Now it's your chance to strike back, if you dare. Oh, this isn't what I rehearsed for. Clear the stage. My turn for the spotlight. Your breath could fell a dragon at 50 paces. Well, slap me with a fish. That was actually pretty good. I don't believe either of us won that exchange. I suppose that makes it a draw. You're more capable than I gave you credit for. Take your gold back, Helvana. I don't need it. I shall take my leave. I must charter a boat to the Somerset Isles. Until next time, Helvana, and Helvana's semi-competent friend.
A draw? Hey, I'll take it. At least you took some of the wind out of her sails. That alone was worth it. You should get back to figuring out who took the parchment. Let me know when you've got a suspect.
If given the choice, I'd rather observe a conversation than take part.
Any luck with the parchment? Really? Who do you suspect the thief is? I see. I'll pass that along to Sledric. If they did take the parchment, we'll be sure to get it back, with as little fuss as possible. I'll settle things with Heron, then head back to the college. You should go speak with Master Sledric. I'm sure he'll be eager to hear what happened. And thank you for your help. I know you've not been a bard for long, but I think you're going to make a good one.
appreciate it if you kept all of this.
Say no more. There is an understanding between us. When we further news, we'll let you know.
Thank you, Tiriana. And thanks as well to your partner. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have company.
Don't listen to the other teachers. I'm not as absent-minded as they like.
Welcome back. I hope things went well at the gathering. Tell me, what do you think the purpose of you going there was? Helping Alvana was part of it, yes. But there was more to your lesson. Whether you realized it or not, you spoke to many types of bard, and hopefully listened to them as well. Truly listening and understanding what it is you hear is one of the most important skills to any bard. Going forward, I hope you keep this lesson in mind. I'm pleased with your attitude. After all, a firm foundation must be built before one can progress. I said I'd teach you how to master your voice, and I shall. But first, there are important matters that must be attended to. There is much talk of dragons as of late. It's even said Helgen was destroyed by such a beast. Although these claims may be exaggerated. This does not surprise me. From the moment I laid eyes on you, I knew there was something about you. If these tales are indeed true, Whiterun is in danger. They must be made aware of what has passed. You are tied to this, I feel. Whether by fate or simple circumstance, either way, you must finish what began at Helgen. You're my apprentice now, so I give you this task. Travel to Whiterun, speak directly to the Jarl, Balgruuf. Tell him what you saw. Good. I am pleased to hear this. If the Jarl requests your assistance, you should do what you can to aid him. After all, this situation affects all of Skyrim. But I suspect it may affect you most of all. You are not yet ready to learn what I have to teach. But I believe that will soon change. I have that feeling. If I have need of you, I will send word. Until then, you have your next task.
Oh, it's you. I'm glad you joined us. Suppose I should introduce myself, I'm Ulvis, Chief Acolyte, which is an elaborate way of saying I don't get paid for my work. I take care of the musical instruments around here, and occasionally I'm permitted to actually teach a class or two. If you want to learn to play an instrument, master the art of busking, or understand the power of song, I'm the guy you come see. Songs aren't just about the melody. The lyrics of a song can be just as, if not more, important than the music itself. Imagine your deeds immortalized in verse, sung by bards from Solitude to Riften. Your actions build a reputation, but song can shape how others perceive such things. That is its power. You know, I'm always on the lookout for new material to inspire me. And you seem like the type to have more than the odd adventure. I have an offer for you. Anytime you participate in a particularly grand undertaking, come tell me of your deeds. I will transcribe them to song and then teach these ballads to other bards. Far and wide, people will sing of your exploits. And you decide what exactly it is they sing. No more idle rumor or hearsay. Your actions can be portrayed as brave and honorable, smart and cunning, or perhaps even ruthless and underhanded. It's a chance to influence how history remembers you, to weave the threads of your story as you see fit. If you're interested, of course. Busking is the art of earning coin in exchange for bardic performances. But in order to busk, first you would require proper training with a musical instrument. What is there to tell? I think I already covered most of it. Or is there something in particular you wanted to know? Maybe what an orc is doing here at the Bards College? It doesn't take a professor to notice my heritage. Sure, an Orsimer bard isn't completely unheard of. There's more than a few of us around, but few take an orc musician seriously. It's a stigma I've worked hard to overcome. For the most part, I think I've succeeded in that. Ah, then you're talking to the right person. Even if you've already tried your hand at it before, there is a world of difference between, say, plucking a lute's strings and actually playing the thing. It is the difference between an amateur and a bard, and that is what I shall teach.
As for research, well...
Most students here are expected to work in exchange for their lessons. Usually, they're given menial tasks done over the course of many days or weeks. However, for you, I feel such things are unbefitting. No, I have something else in mind. Something far more expedient and suited to your skills. Recently, both Dean Inga and Pantia lost their personal instruments, while Professor Germain wished to acquire one new. What I ask is for you to find these items. Speak to each professor, and they'll provide you the necessary details. For each instrument you bring them, I will provide a music lesson in return. Lute, drum, or flute. The choice will be yours. The more you recover, the more lessons I'll give. I think that's a fair exchange. Return once you've recovered an instrument, and I shall teach you.
Ah, a newcomer. A student, perhaps? Yes, I think that you are. Hello to you. I'm Professor Tiriana, head scholar and record keeper here at the college. It is my job to unravel tales of old, finding the truth within. If you ever seek knowledge of ancient places or hidden relics, you should speak to me. Regardless, I hope you enjoy your time here at the college. Ah, yes, ancient places, ruins, lost landmarks, forgotten tombs, the echoes of history. I can consult my extensive records and guide you to these locales. Yes. What's more, the places you seek need not be lost to time. I can help fill in the gaps on your map with contemporary locations as well. A flick of my quill is all that's needed. And of course, a generous donation to the college. Relics? Oh, yes. I've been known to track down relics from time to time. Now that you mention it, I recall that recently. I've been aiding Master Sledrig with his hunt for such things. What was it he was looking for? Scrolls? No. Wait, tablets. Yes, that was it. Ancient tablets bearing the language of dragons. Quite fascinating. If you ever seek such curiosities, I may be able to guide you to where these things can be found. For a price, of course. Yes, I can help with that. Any particular area? And what is it you seek? What exactly do you hope to find? Let me just check my records here. I've marked the location on your map. Will that be all? Don't listen to the other teachers. Me? Well, I hail from Black Marsh, I suppose. Don't really remember. Was an orphan, you see. Thankfully adopted. Nord mother, Imperial father. Good people. Gave me a good education. Lots of books. Yes. Took a great interest in the histories of Skyrim and Tamriel. So much to learn, but so much lost to the ages. Deeply enthralling, yes. Why, did you know that by some accounts, Iskamor, the first true ruler of Skyrim, is thought to have... Oh, wait. What were we discussing again? Until next time.
All right, let's try something a bit more...
Oh, another student. Yes, well, hello. I am Mistress Valorine, Dean of Storytelling here at the college. It is my responsibility to ensure all of our students have a firm grasp on the importance of words and their uses. I also arrange and manage any performances or services that the Bards College may provide. Tell me, do you have any interest in the application of the spoken word? And how it may sway and influence those around us? If so, we should speak.
You there. Have you performed your voice exercises today?
Could it be? Has the college finally received a student who's interested in more than just plucking strings or singing some dour dirge? Assuming that to be the case, allow me to be blunt. I could use one such as you. However, only if you're willing to learn via practical application. I have had my fill of students who merely study theory, only taking my lessons to improve their lyrical prowess. But if you're serious in learning the power of the spoken word, I will teach you. I shall pass to you the skills of an emissary. Emissaries are the architects of persuasion, weavers of influence. We sculpt perceptions with every word. Our clients rely on us to be their voice, to advocate on their behalf. For a skilled emissary can turn the tide of fate with but a single sentence. We are the conduits of diplomacy, the harbingers of negotiation. Our words are our weapons, and silence our shield. Learn to wield them wisely, and you will go far. Enthusiasm. I like that. Very well. Let's see if you have what it takes. We shall begin your lesson. Ahem. You have been contracted to act on behalf of a client. You stand waiting in a tavern. There, you spot the merchant you are hired to speak with. The client has requested you put the merchant in a receptive mood in order to facilitate a future business transaction. This is where your skills as an emissary come into play, as there are many methods in which to coax a desired reaction from someone. When speaking to your mark, you could employ a heartening tone, assuming that they are receptive to valor and daring egotism. Or perhaps you can foster a whimsical mood for those who seek indulgence or are of a capricious nature. A dramatic flair may captivate others, grand exaggerations, theatrics, and the like. While some may favor an enigmatic strategy, with little of true substance said, but leaving them with a deep sense of intrigue. It will be up to you to discern the correct approach and to craft your words accordingly. I shall teach you that. Now, for this exercise, I shall play the role of the merchant you were sent to meet. First, observe. Read my demeanor. I am a large, portly man, sitting at a table surrounded by many empty flagons. I am high-spirited and quite jocular. I cheer and applaud the antics of a nearby jester, and when I greet you, it is with a smile and an elaborate doff of my large, feathered cap. Now it is your turn. Tell me, if you wish to build a positive rapport, how would you address such a person? What would be your choice of words? Yes, not bad. You recognize this particular merchant may be receptive to such talk, and you would be correct. But sometimes there is more than one correct path forward. Do not assume just because you gained a positive response that you picked the best choice of words. You may be able to do better. Well, I think you've picked up on the basics well enough. Let's try one more, shall we? You are now meeting with a local cutpurse with delusions of grandeur who fancies herself a hero of the downtrodden. She's shown great concern at being apprehended by the town guard and has arranged your rendezvous via increasingly elaborate and cautious means. Your client wishes this petty thief to be at ease and feel comfortable. So tell me, when meeting with her, what would be your choice of words? Magnificent, yes. This was the correct approach. You observed and comprehended. There was another option, but your choice was the best. And perhaps you are ready for something more practical. Yes, I think you might be. So do let me know when you're ready for your first assignment. As an official emissary of the Bards College. Very well, I shall indulge you. Briefly. First, you will address me as Mistress Valorine. I oversee the education of aspiring bards who wish to master articulation. My expertise lies in the art of persuasion and diplomacy, via the careful manipulation of the spoken word. My methods can sometimes seem unorthodox to others, but they yield results. No one can deny that. I could, but as things are right now, my time and focus are required elsewhere. However, if you still wish training, there is someone at the college with the spare... You wouldn't think it to speak with him, but Professor Germain is quite skilled at linguistics. I'm sure he would teach you if you were to ask.
Sorry, I've not time. Headmaster Viormo is running me ragged today.
To be part of the college is a privilege.
That damn fool! I should ring Lorena. That fool student of mine stole my flute and sold it to some necromancer. I just got a ransom note for it. That flute has been handed down for 17 generations. Well, don't just stand there. Go get my flute! Apparently, Lorena told him some story about the flute being able to make the dead dance. It's just a flute. A really old and valuable flute, but just a flute. Now, you can say you've... The most talented bard in all of Skyrim.
It makes me sad whenever I think about it. Oh, sorry. My mind wanders sometimes. I was just thinking about Finn's loot. Over a year ago, thieves broke into the college and made off with a lot of valuable things, mostly gold and silver. But they also stole Finn's loot. We just learned where the bandits fled to, and I very much want that loot back. Finn was the bard who invented the 8-course loot that is commonplace today. Until he found a way to string the extra courses, bards only had 6-course loots. The loot they stole is Finn's original 8-course loot. I doubt they even realize its true value. Glad that distraction's over.
They found it. They actually found it. Riorn's drum. Nobody knows where he died, and therefore where his drum might be. Haldir was the missing link. Riorn entered Haldir's cairn in secret and presumably died there. Now all I need to do is find someone to get it. Wait, you. You could do it. I need you to get me that drum. You're joking, right? Riorn, only the most famous battle drummer of the Second Age? Well, famous among bards, at least. That drum has been in half a dozen famous battles. It's a priceless artifact. Riorn was always looking for new stories to tell. It seems he was writing a lay about Haldir when he vanished. That was the missing clue. Well, you've come to the right place.
Ah, a fresh acolyte. Greetings to you. I am Paras, a humble virtuoso of motion and mockery. Some at the college refer to me as the Dean of Dance, and there is truth to this. But in my classroom, we pirouette with a sword in hand. I, of course, speak of the art of fencing, a dance of blades, if you will. However, few students partake in such lessons. Most would rather be schooled in wordplay. Lucky for them, that too is a dance I'm well versed in. Ah, the intrigue of wordplay entices yet another soul. Picture this. Two bards face one another, sparring. Not with blades, but syllables, trading barbs and banter, each striving to outshine the other. We call this a duel of wit. It is a test not only of one's verbal prowess, but of the keenness of your mind and your grace under pressure. Recently, amongst certain groups of bard, such duels have become quite the popular pastime. And I hear tell, it can be a rather profitable diversion. I'd be delighted to. However, it seems you've already partaken in a duel. Don't be surprised I know this. Word travels swiftly amongst bards. Since you've already experienced the fundamentals firsthand, I've little more to teach you. Still, I will offer you a pearl of wisdom. Embrace humility in victory and grace in defeat, as no matter the outcome, there is always something to be gained. Ah, to weave the tale of Paras. I was birthed in Valenwood, but but found my true calling here in Skyrim, where on the streets, I learned to dance with both wit and blade. Of course, I am now Dean of Dance at this hallowed college, where I guide eager minds through the intricacies of both fencing and banter. It is my profound pleasure to be able to guide those who show promise. And that, dear friend, is who I am. Enjoy each duel. Never forget, in the end, it is but a game. I thought you'd never ask. It has been some time since I personally partook in a duel, but I believe I still remember all the moves. I would be delighted to tutor you. Listen closely, and I shall explain the nature of this verbal spar. To begin, a challenge must be made to a rival bard, one who practices the duel of wit. Once accepted, a wager is agreed upon, and thus the dance commences. First, you lead with an insult. Then, in return, your opponent must offer a suitable retort. Retorts must always be witty, clever, and rhyme. If your opponent's riposte succeeds, the round is theirs. They fail, and the triumph goes to you. Then, your opponent takes their turn to offend. Let me offer you an example of an exchange. If I were to start a duel, I might begin by stating to my opponent, "Your breath could fell a dragon at 50 paces." Now, you take on the role of the opponent, who in response might say, "Ha! That's actually not bad. I've not heard that one before. Witty, clever, rhymes? Yes! That retort would work nicely. Although usually the accepted retort would be, with your odor, I don't think you qualify to judge others' social graces. You see? A deft parry that turns the initial insult back on the one who hurled it, as all good retorts should. Now that you've seen how it's done, it is your turn to lampoon me. Here, I've noted down some insults for you. Pick one that takes your fancy. Don't be shy, I won't take your words too personally. Your ability to mix up me and yourself is truly staggering. Very good. Naturally, I already knew the correct comeback, but now, so do you. And that is how one builds their repertoire of insults and retorts. The more you duel, the more you'll learn. I've taught you what you need. The stage is now set. The audience awaits! Venture forth, young novice. Seek out fellow bards in the taverns and inns of Skyrim, and perhaps beyond. Challenge them, and climb the ranks of the utterly offensive. As your prowess grows, so will your reputation. So, don't be startled if soon enough rival bards start to seek you out. May your wit be your guide. Until next time.